Jeff, your executive gardener, on a very windy and wintry day here in Houston, Texas. So now is the day when I'm going to start harvesting my carrots. I did a previous episode on succession planting of the carrots, and these short stubby carrots are ready to go. So I'll give you a close-up in a second here to show what it looks like. But if you remember, we talked about carrots are a great source of vitamin A. Remember, they're loaded with beta-carotene, and your liver converts beta-carotene to vitamin A for all of us. And vitamin A is crucial for all of our bodies to keep them nourished and so forth. So I'm going to give you a close-up of this and show you what a carrot that's ready to go looks like. A lot of us that grow carrots aren't quite sure when they're ready to harvest. In general, depending on the variety of carrots, it could take from 60 to 90 days. Now, as long as you don't get a deep frost, the carrots will be fine. So in Houston, Texas, we don't get deep frost. So one of the other things to think about is only pick as many carrots as you need. Carrots can stay in the soil, again, as long as it doesn't get a deep frost for another 4 to 6 weeks, okay? So let me give you a close-up and show you what it looks like harvest time here for my carrots. You never know when you're pulling carrots what you're going to get, so hopefully we'll get some good ones. So let's take a look at what carrots look like when they're ready to harvest. So this is the container that I'm going to harvest from, so let's get a close-up. And let's look under the foliage. So number one, the foliage is hard to tell. So the foliage you see is pretty long and pretty green, and so it's hard to tell what's going on, but when you get underneath it, you'll take a look. When the carrots start to break the top of the soil, as you'll see right there, okay, that's when you know they're pretty much ready to go. So now you don't know what's at the bottom of it, so I think these are the short stubby varieties, so they're not going to be very long. They shouldn't be. But let's take a look. Now when you harvest carrots, it's a little bit difficult to do and hold the camera, but you can try pulling them from the top. But a lot of times if you pull them just from the green top here, they're not going to come out. Like that's not going to come out. So what you probably need to do is you need to take a tool and loosen the soil up first so you don't break the carrot when it pulls out. So let me see if I can get someone to help me here, and I'll pull a few of these up and we'll take a look what it looks like. But before I do, take a look under all the foliage and you'll see most of these have the tops of the carrots are peeking out of the soil, so they should be ready to go. So over there you see some peeking out of the top of the soil, and again, I don't have to pull all of them out, but let's take a look at what we have here for our kind of first carrot harvest after 90 days. Alright, so let's take a look at how we pull carrots from the ground. So there's numerous ways to do it, but I'm going to try to use this tool, but I think I may be able to just use my hand. So again, if you pull the carrot up just from the top, a lot of times it'll break off. So I'm going to clear some of the soil around the circumference of the carrot and pull it up. So there you go, boom. There's our first carrot. So, this is the short stubby variety, so you'll see that's a carrot. Actually, it's pretty well shaped. Now when you grow a carrot, keep in mind the soil needs to be relatively loose, because if it's not loose, you get carrots that look kind of funky looking where they go off this direction, that direction, because sometimes there's bark or stone in them. But that's pretty much as good as it goes for the variety that I bought, a short stubby carrot. So let's take a look at a few more here. We'll pull them out of the ground and see what they look like. So here's another one here. Again, clear the soil around it, pull from the orange part. Look at that. Wow. Again, that's what a good looking carrot should look like 90 days into harvest. Sometimes people have pests in their soil. That's why I like to grow carrots in the container. It keeps some of the pests out, but the soil being loose allows it to form perfectly like this. Okay, we'll see one more and then you'll get the idea. So now when you grow carrots, and here's a perfect example, you should space them out about 3 to 4 inches apart. Here's an example where one was right up against the one I just pulled. So when I pull it, okay, it's not going to be as big. So that's okay. When you pull carrots, you're not going to have every one be this size. They taste just as good. This one will go to my family. This will go to our rabbit. So that's it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop there, because as you'll see, there's a whole bunch of carrots here, and you can only eat so many at a time. As I talked about, when it's weather 40, 50 degrees, as long as it's not below freezing, carrots will store nicely in this container. As it relates to storing carrots in your refrigerator, you should cut the tops off. Any part that's been exposed above the ground that could be darkened a little bit, take that off. Don't peel them yet, and they will stay in your vegetable drawer for about 4 weeks, but keep them refrigerated so until you're ready to eat. But that's my first harvest of carrots, and it doesn't get any better than this. Hope you've liked this simple, quick episode on harvesting carrots. If you like it, give me a thumbs up. Until next time, thanks. Bye.